I'm joined now by APC National Secretary, Senator Ajibola Bashir. Thank you for joining us on the news this hour. For Mr. Atiku, this is the reputation of the country is at stake, and it affects every Nigerian. How precisely is the APC reacting to the controversy surrounding the certificate submitted by Mr. President to INEC?
First and foremost, I would say that Mr. Atiku Abubakar is suffering from post-electoral loss trauma, and that has befuddled his ability to be able to, with respect to him, think properly and articulate his position properly. First and foremost, he's trying to create a confusion about his ambition, inordinate ambition to rule Nigeria at all costs and the interest of the Nigerian people. If Atiku Abubakar want to talk about morality, about integrity, one would have expected that he should have been in court in a defamation case against the former president, who was his former boss, who made certain remarkable statements, questioning the integrity, morality, and the astuteness in leadership position of Atiku Abubakar. So the story of morality, integrity, I think Atiku Abubakar should take that to the Marines and not to the Nigerian people. Secondly, there is no case of forgery before the Election Petition Tribunal, presidential election petition, both at the Court of Appeal and at the Supreme Court. And I say this as one of the counsel, in the matter. The fourth grant of the petition of Atiku Abubakar only say tersely that the respondent, that is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was at the time of election not qualified to contest. That is stated in paragraph 146 of his petition. No single particulars was given to support that allegation. It is straight law that matters that are not pleaded, you cannot lead evidence. So I laugh at his press conference lawyer who was saying that they have met conditionality for tendering fresh evidence before the Supreme Court. How will you lead evidence when you have not alleged the question of forgery in your case before the election petition, in the petition you filed, when you have also not made any prima facie case in that regard? And I think also the two strategic reasons why Atiku called the press conference. One, possibly to create confusion in the mind of the Nigerian people about what transpired about his misadventure at the Chicago State University, and of course to also start media trial against their campaign of calumny against the Nigerian judiciary.
I hear you, Senator. Allow me to jump in very quickly. I understand, your position on the legal angle, but let's talk about the reputation dimension to this story. How do you respond to those who have mentioned that we would have saved a lot, particularly with the Chicago State University certificate, if Mr. President had voluntarily asked the institution to publish his academic credentials?
I don't. So you cannot in this context, remove issue of legality and issue of morality. First, issue of morality. Are you saying that Chicago State University, have they said that President Bola Tinubu was not their student? I was a student at the University of Lagos. So if I've attended the University of Lagos, will anybody say I forged certificate that I earned in my university? Then when you read the testimony of the representative of the university, they say categorically that it's not their business to even issue diploma and keep a copy of diploma certificate. They are more concerned about whether somebody has attended their school, whether he has passed the requisite course, and that they give affirmative reply. So the question of morality that they are talking about has no basis, unless it had been otherwise, that Chicago State University had come forward to say, hey, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not our student. That is not the case here. So it's like somebody saying that I forged certificates of a university that I earned. How palpable is that? How reasonable is that? So I think what is wrong with Atiku Abubakar and his team, particularly he mentioned Udein, who is known to be a peddler of rumor and somebody who has no integrity as a journalist. Then for him to now be making reference to late Ganifa Emi, talk about the struggle for democracy, I think that is preposterous of Atiku Abubakar. As a student leader,
quickly, Senator, there's another angle I want us to touch on quickly because of time. The former vice president has also asked the candidates of the NNPP and the Labour Party to join him in fighting for justice for the country. Prior to this time, there were talks about a possible merger among these three parties. Is that something that concerns or bothers the APC, seeing the numbers after the election?
I don't know whether they want to match their petition, the petition of Labour Party and that of the PDP. Election of 2023 has been won and lost. So if they want to form a coalition, we expect them in 2027. They should accept that they have been defeated and defeated roundly. This is the first time that people are not saying ballot paper was snatched, results were manipulated, but we are talking about somebody who graduated and there is evidence of graduating, falsifying his own, certificate. How odious, such kind of allegations coming from these, perennial losers at elections.
Good place to leave it. APC National Secretary Senator Ajibola Bashir, thank you for talking to us on the news tonight.